Good day, ma'am. I'm Angelo Tibay, one of your student of Elective 2. So today I'm going to discuss about the tools used in plumbing, symbols in making sanitary or plumbing plans, and new provision on how to design of a septic tank. So first is a plumbing hand tools. When servicing homeowners, plumbers are constantly face a number of challenges such as navigating small spaces, avoiding health hazard, and a variety of other challenges. These challenges require the right tools and specific skill set. So, what are these tools? First is the tubing cutter. A tubing cutter is used the plumbers to cut through plastic tubing with its having a cutting range. And hacksaw. Plumbers typically carry hacksaw so that they can cut through a variety of items including nuts, bolts, pipes, and screws to make sure to keep spares blades around too. So next is hole saw kit. A hole saw kit is this type of tools is used to cut perfectly round holes in a variety of materials. And mole grips. This tools is used to hold metal parts in place or during welding, such as when a plumber is using a plumber torch to seal a copper piping by soldering it. And next is pipe and tube benders. A tool used to bend a range of piping with tubing instead of creating fitting. And next is plier. Plier is the everyday by plumbers easily tighten or loosen nut and bolts or wrenches can't grab into. The next is the plumber's torch. The plumber's torch is the tools used to apply heat to a precise area of piping, allowing you to steal new piping for installs and replacement. So next is press fitting system. So iron pipe size or IPS press fitting system enable plumbers to process a connection into pipe, resulting in a water right connection or seal. Then next is flashlight. So flashlight also include these tools. So flashlight is commonly required to go into dark spaces such as basement. So having flashlight handy is always a good idea for the plumbers. Thread sealing tape or plumber's tape. Thread sealing tape is used to patch to prevent leaks in piping. So this tape basically nakita natin to. Ito yung tinatawag na teflon. Yeah. Next is a bucket. Even when the water is turned off in the home, there is still going to be some water leakage. So it's smarter to keep a bucket around. And last is the ratcheting pipe threader set. So these tools allow you to cut threads into pipe so that it can accept fittings when joining the pipes together. So next is the plumber wrenches. So plumber wrenches, what are these? Pipe wrench. So pipe wrench used to tighten or loosen the nuts and fittings on the pipes. And two of these are often used together, one for holding and one is to in placing or other for rotating a nut or fitting para muluag tong nut nga kailangan nimong kuhaon. So next is adjustable wrench, also known as the adjustable spanner or crescent. Is a tool used to loosen or tighten nut or bolt. So basically adjustable wrench is same lang ni sila sa pipe wrench. Next is basin wrench or sink wrench. A T-shape tool that plumbers use specifically in faucet. Its unique design allow plumbers to turn fasteners in confined spaces that would otherwise be impossible to reach. So that's it. And next is the faucet key, an X-shaped a tool that plumbers use to open and close spigots and seal cocks, and torque wrench. Torque wrench is a tool used to apply specific torque or nut or bolt. So from the word torque, pare-pareha gyapon ni sila sa pipe wrench and adjustable wrench. Then last is the internal pipe wrench. This tool is commonly used to remove or rusted fittings on galvanized pipe. So next is the plumber drain cleaning tools. So what are these? Plungers. This tool used to clear up blockage in drains or pipe, commonly used in household toilet. So kanang pangbumba ganyan ng bowl or katong nasa manual or na po siya electric use. The hand auger. Hand auger has a long flexible metal wire and a cross screw auger attached on the end on unclogged drains lines. So snake machine or the plumber's snake. This tool is a flexible slender auger used to clear particularly difficult clogs. And drain inspection camera. So this drain inspection camera allow the plumbers to see any issues in a specific pipe. Kung katong gamay na lang jud kayo dili na makita sa plumber, kailangan siya og camera para ma-detect sa plumber unsay asa ang leakage para ayuhon balik or to then usually used in this drain inspection camera is always usually used in sewer lines. And hydrojetting machine, extremely effective method in clearing up drains and sewer lines. Comes with hose attachment that will blast water into drain lines and sewer lines. And next is the plumbing safety tools. So what are these? These tools, these safety tools, kani siya makita din na to bisag pag dili sa plumbing. So what are these? First is the gloves. Used every day by plumbers, allow your hands to always have a strong grip and to not strain your skin in hazardous material. So kailangan jud nimo maggamit og gloves para maprotektahan nimong kamot ni tahay masamad ka or something on sabay kuan diyan. Pwede may tabo sa imong kamot, so you need to use glove. So next is goggles. Goggles is to protect your eyes from any hazardous materials when you come into contact while working on a plumbing job. So goggles, importante po ni siyang goggles when you're doing a welding or welding, so that it can protect your eyes. Heat shields or pads. These tools is protect plumbers and surroundings environment from any heat, damaging or fire during soldering. So, yun. And then the last is next is next is the plumbing symbols and abbreviation and plumbing symbols and abbreviation, annotation, abbreviation, and plumbing symbology. So anyway, makita man ninyo ni siya sa written report kung nga gibuhat. So next is the new provision on how to design a septic tank. So first, septic tank. So septic tank shall be fabricated or constructed in concrete, fiberglass, thermoplastic, or an approved material. So these tanks, all of these tanks must be approved by the Department of Environmental Quality or Water Quality Division. So the septic tank shall be placed on a level grade and firm in the bedding to prevent settling, where rock or other undesirable protruding obstruction are encountered. So, and a septic tank shall not be buried deeper. So dili jud ni siya pwede ikalot og ilawom na dito sa gidud ibutang. So the tank manufacturer maximum design depth of the septic tank is the minimum soil cover of the septic tank is 6 inches. So next is the size. The minimum liquid volume of a septic tank shall be 1,000 gallons. This minimum volume of liquid, it's only intended for a residence up to 4 bedroom capacity, and additional capacity of 150 gallons per bedroom shall be provided for each bedroom over to 4 hours. So septic tank for high strength wastewater or non-residential units, it must have a minimum effective liquid capacity sufficient to provide at least 48-hour retention at the design flow or the 1,000 gallons, whichever is greater. So next is the configuration. A single compartment septic tank shall have a length width ratio of no less than 2:1 or be partitioned to protect against the short-cutting flow. So single compartment septic tank shall have an approved effluent filter installed on the outlet baffle. So this must meet the following minimum criteria. The minimum criteria of configuration is 1/16 to 1/4 inches mesh size. So mesh size shall not exceed the diameter of distribution pipes orifice. So next is the easily removable for cleaning. For septic tank with 2 compartments or more, the inlet compartment shall not be less than 1/2 of the total capacity of the tank. So the liquid must be between 3 feet to 6 feet. So the inlet and the outlet of the tanks or tank compartment shall be provided with open-ended sanitary tees or buffers made or approved materials contracted to distribute flow of the retained scum in the tank of the compartment. So the tees or bubble shall extend above the liquid and minimum distance of 5 inches. And a minimum of 1 inches clear space shall be provided over the top of the bubble or tees for a venting. So next is the dosing tanks. Dosing tanks shall meet the same material and installation requirement as the septic tank. So dosing tank shall have a minimum diameter of 20 inches axis opening, and it shall have a riser from the axis opening of the ground surface. The pump tank shall be vented, and the vent shall have the downward turn that terminates at least 12 inches above the ground and be provided with a screen. So the following table shall use to calculate the dosing tank. So dosing tank volume per gallons. So average design flow or gallon per day. So mo ni siya diri sa table, mo ni siya yang unit. So between pump and tank inlet 350, 700, 1000. Between tank inlet alarm switch, between alarm switch and pump on, between pump on and pump off, and then the recommended pump capacity or gallon per minutes rather. So multiply values from table 1 by 0.6 for you to get the average daily flow of the water. And a high water alarm shall be provided for all tanks that use or siphons. The minimum influence level shall achieve complete submergence of the pump. Dose system using a siphon shall have the dose counter installed or check for continued function of the siphon. So holding tanks. So holding tanks shall design and stamped by the licensed professional engineer. Holding tanks is the material requirements of the septic tank. Holding tanks shall have a 20 inches minimum diameter axis opening. So next is the graze interceptors. A commercial or institutional food preparation facility with a waste stream containing fat, oil, and grease in excess of 25 milligram per liter shall install an exterior graze interceptor or a device approved by the delegate health department or the country. So graze interceptor shall be sized according to the following. So in this table you can see the kitchen's grease or garbage. So number of materials of meals per peak times waste, flow of water, flow rate times retention time times storage factor was the interceptor size or liquid capacity. So retention time, kitchen waste, dishwasher and or disposal is the 2.5 hours. Single service kitchen, the retention time is 1.5 hours. So storage factor is fully equipped commercial kitchen. If the storage factor is the fully equipped commercial kitchen, in one factor there is a 8 hour of operation. So in 2 factor 16 hour operation, and 3 factor 24 hour operation. For the single service kitchen, the factor is 1.5. So the minimum interceptor size or liquid capacity shall be 750 gallons. So other interceptors are required for oil, grease, sand, and substance harmful or hazardous to the building drainage system or the small wastewater treatment system. So next is the laundry. Commercial laundry or laundromats and dry cleaners shall equip with the interceptor in order to reduce the quality of lint and silt in the silt that enter the collection system. So the interceptor shall be installed with a wire basket or similar device. So the wire basket or similar device, it shall be removable for cleaning and shall prevent passage into the system of solids at least 1/2 inch or 12.7 millimeter or larger in size, such as strings, rugs, buttons, or other material which are determined to waste treatment system. So next is the sizing must be in accordance with the following formula. Laundries, grease, lint, silt. Total gallons per cycle times cycle per hour times retention time times storage factor equals the interceptor. So retention time for institutional laundries, the retention time is 2.5 hours. For the standard commercial laundry, 2 hours, and light commercial laundry is 1.5 hours. So storage factor. So in one factor, the operation must 8 hours. In 12 or more hours of the operation, it consists of 1.5 factor. So that's all. Thank you and God bless. Stop na.